nationwide. Really listen to this. 2 16-year-old girls were out recruiting other teen girls. Okay, so we got teenage girls recruiting other teenage girls, and they were going after girls as young as 14 years old. Okay, now this set of teenage girls that were going after other teenagers were pimps, and they were looking for these girls to be their prostitutes. Now these teenage pimps would go to bus stops and they'd go to local high schools to convince girls about how glamorous they are saying being a prostitute and making money by selling your body could be. Now these teenage pimps actually formed their own prostitution ring of other young girls, but ultimately and thankfully they were busted by Phoenix police. My producers literally just landed here in New York City. They were just with these teens last night, and they did an exclusive interview with the ringleader pimp, 16-year-old Tatiana. Tatiana is now in jail. This is the interview.
My name is Tatiana, I'm 16 years old, and I'm a female teen pimp.
Jasmine was a teen pimp with you?
Yes, Jasmine was a teen pimp with me.
Jasmine was invited to sit down with us today, and she declined. Why do you think Jasmine has been remaining silent this whole time?
I guess she don't want people to know the real story.
How did you recruit other girls?
I would basically tell them, you know, but it's a really good way to make fast, quick money.
Tell me about the apartment you and Jasmine rented.
The apartment that Jasmine and I rented were basically to house the teen girls that we pimped.
Do you think that the girls you and Jasmine pimped out were scared of you?
I don't treat the girls like, you know, like dogs or anything like that. I treat them like they're my friends, you know, and some of the girls were my friends.
Give me a typical night out pimping and prostituting.
The day we knew that we were going to send the girls out on the street, we all decided to wear yellow. And why yellow? The color yellow is because it's bright and you can see it at nighttime, you know. We all just wanted to look fashionable. If you look more appealing, you'll pull more tricks.
Why do you think child prostitution is so huge?
A lot of girls, you know, have low self-esteem, and once somebody, you know, knows that they can take advantage of them in that way, they do it.
How many girls are minors that are out there right now?
There's a lot. I mean, the youngest I ever seen was 11.
What kind of men were paying for sex?
Husbands, teachers, police officers.
Do you feel bad about pimping out these teen girls?
I do feel a little bit bad because of the consequences. It wasn't worth, you know, me losing my freedom. I have a felony on my record now. I'm just 16 years old, and I feel like that I'm not allowed to have hopes and dreams.
Is that not the most shocking thing? Like, she's a teenager. Did you see her little pom-pom? She's like a baby. And she's a pimp, and she's in jail. The victims and her victims have never been named or spoken out before, but they are here today. With me now is Ranisha and her sister Morgan. Ranisha's 15 years old, and Morgan is here, and Morgan fought the pimps to get her sister back. And Brenda and Samantha are sisters who worked for Jasmine and Tatiana as well. So, Ranisha, when you look at that interview, how does it feel seeing her now and seeing her in jail? Do you still care about her?
I don't care. They're in the past.
They're in the past.
I made
Good.
a big mistake.
You made a mistake. Okay. I know that you had some big dreams. You went to a new high school, and what did you want to be?
A doctor.
You wanted to be a doctor?
Yes.
But when you got to that school, you didn't feel special.
I didn't.
Why not?
When I was in 8th grade, I ran track. I got straight A's. I had a lot of friends. I was very popular. And when I got to high school, I just felt like nothing when I got there. You know, there were a lot of kids. I didn't have that many friends. So I just started cutting school with my friend.
And then one day you went to the mall, and that's when you met
Jasmine.
Jasmine,
Yes.
the pimp girl.
Yes.
But you didn't know she was a pimp at that time.
No, I didn't.
So, and then there was Tatiana with her too, which was the other pimp.
Yeah.
And what did they do What were they saying to you in the mall?
They were just talking to us. They were asking us if we wanted to go to her boyfriend's house. They were giving me compliments. They were saying how pretty I was, how nice my hair was, who did my hair. You know, I thought they were just being nice. I didn't think anything of it.
Okay, so then what did you tell her? I know you told her some stuff about your home life.
Oh yeah, I told her that I wasn't getting along with my mom. We were having problems and we were fighting a lot.
And so what did she say?
She said, okay, it's okay that we can stay with them and there won't be no problem.
You can stay in her house.
Yeah.
And when did all this happen? In the mall, that conversation?
Yeah.
That fast. So you're pretty and all that, and then you told her about the issues with your mom, and that fast they said that you can stay with them, like right when you met them. Wow. In your head, you weren't thinking, this is weird.
No, I didn't think anything of it. I was lost.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to explain that Ranisha's mom, Merlene, has never heard the first-hand story from her daughter. She refused to be there when her daughter was questioned by the police, and she was so afraid of knowing the truth that she sent her sister to be with Ranisha when Ranisha was questioned instead. Now, Merlene is watching and hearing everything for the first time backstage. She's backstage listening. So, you realized that they were pimps at one time. They told you, right, that there's a way that you can make some money. And when they were saying that, what were you thinking?
I was thinking, oh wow, you know, I wasn't really nervous. I wasn't really anything. I was just
You said okay?
Yeah.
How much money did they say you could make?
They said we made a lot, like $200-300 a night. They bribed us. They said you can go to stores, you can buy a lot of clothes, you'll look good, everything.
Okay. And so then how did they go about telling you how to do this prostitute thing? Did they show you how?
Well, Tatiana showed us one night. She said, okay, let me show you guys. So she went outside and a car pulled up and she got in the car with the guy and she was gone for a while and she came back with $60.
And then I understand that they fixed you up. They dressed you and did all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What did they do?
They took us to the mall and we all got yellow dresses and heels, I guess because we were a group now, you know, we were together. And then Jasmine asked me if I wanted my hair done by her, and I said sure. And so she put my hair in tracks to make it longer, you know, to make
a weave.
Yeah, to make me look older than I actually was.
Wow. Okay. And then she said tonight's the night.
Yes.
And what did that mean?
That we were all gonna prostitute ourselves.
Okay. And then so you went to her boyfriend's house and he gave you something. What did he give you?
Some vodka.
And had you ever been drunk before?
No.
Or had alcohol? No. So he gave you guys vodka?
Yeah.
Tell me about the first time that you were paid to have this sex and were pimped out by these teenage girls.
We were all standing at the bus stop and then a truck pulled up. Jasmine went up to the truck and she was talking with him for a minute, and then she came back and she told me, oh, he wants to have sex with you for $50. I was really scared, you know, because I'd never done it before. I didn't know what to think. So I walked up to the truck and he looked like an older white man. So I got in the truck with him and we went around the corner and we had sex in his truck.
You had sex in his truck?
Yeah.
And a man, you never met him before?
Yeah.
And how did you feel when you were having sex with him?
Afterwards, I felt so dirty and nasty, and I felt disgusted with myself. Like.
And how much money did he give you?
50.
He gave you $50?
Yeah.
And then what did you do with that money?
I gave it to Jasmine.
You gave Jasmine the money?
Yeah.
Because that's what you give the pimp the money. That's what prostitutes do. Now, what is this that you said that she was your girlfriend? What is that?
Yeah, afterwards, she started calling me her girlfriend. And she started kissing me on my lips, and every time I got done doing my prostituting, she would tell me that I did a good job, and yeah.
And so you were her girlfriend?
Yeah.
And did you have sex with her?
No.
No, just the kisses?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back.